Hey sis, hey lover, get ready with me while I tell you about how I was raped by my stepdad at age 15 and again 2 years later by a stranger, despite the fact that I actually have to wear adult diapers due to a condition that I have called incontinence, right? So as you can see, I'm already wearing the skirt and the vest that goes inside. So first, what happened is that this guy obviously dated my mom, and my mom passed away. So this guy was now left with me and my little sister, basically taking care of us. Like I said, I do have a condition called incontinence, and that means I need to wear adult diapers. And obviously, at age 15, I couldn't afford those. So this guy one day he came to our house and just to check in. He was asking, yeah, let me go get you some diapers, because he knew how long it would take for me to need more diapers, or after how long. So he did that, came, he fetched me with his car, and then he, remember, this is someone, like I said, that I look up to, who has already always provided for us. So yeah, he did, took me to his house at another place, and when we got there, he just said, come, let's go inside, let's go get the money. And then we went inside to get the money to go buy the diapers, right? So I just followed him. I mean, I was 15, and obviously I wasn't even mindful of what might happen or what could happen if I ended up in a room with a male person alone. And yeah, when we got into the house, just to try and cut the a long story short, he took out a gun. Yeah, I remember I was sitting on a bed in the room. He took out a gun and he spread my legs wide open, and he put the gun down there at my private part, and he literally threatened me. He said that if you scream, I will shoot you. And after I'm done with what I'm about to do to you, if you tell anybody, I'm going to do it to your little sister as well. And remember, mind you, at this time, this is a person, like I had already mentioned, was taking care of us. And he was basically the breadwinner. So yeah, he did that. He did the date. And then he, right after that, I remember he took a sip of alcohol, right? He drank some alcohol, and he wanted to also give me a shot, as though he was celebrating what he had just done. And then I remember I tried to talk to the few family members who were left about what had happened. And when I tried to tell them, they literally just, it was my grandmother and my aunt, they didn't believe me. They literally just said to me, it's impossible, because this guy, according to their logic, since he's the one who's taking care of us, me and my little sister, then it means he wouldn't do that. It means he wouldn't have done that to me. And then I couldn't even go to the police, because at that age, if you run to a space that you could imagine as a safe space, or you run to a place where you're expected to get support from, and they don't give you the support. And also another reason is that this guy was well connected. He already made a threat that if you tell anybody, your little sister is the next victim. And also I just knew that if I go to the police, he's gonna find out. And what if he does the very same thing to my younger sister, right? And then I just moved on with life and just kept it to myself. And then I remember 2 years later, when you are just about to start forgetting that such an injustice had happened to you, I remember it was on the 31st. We were at the park. I was 17 with my friends, and re lo kgaola ngwaga. Nkile wa bona. Re lo kgaola ngwaga, and then I was supposed to meet up with this other guy at a certain corner, and then we're talking, and I'm telling him I'm gonna come meet you. We're at some sort of a soccer field around our neighborhood, and as I tried to go and meet up with this, a crush, when you are young, you just want to meet a boy, kiss, laugh together and everything. And unfortunately for me, I didn't know that that was the day that I was gonna get raped yet again by a complete stranger. This guy came on to me, and yes, even at this point I was still wearing adult diapers. And then he came up to me, and he just threatened me, and he again had his way with me. And you know what, crazy thing is that he wasn't even shocked. I mean, with my stepdad, yes, he already knew that I had the condition. He already knew that I have the condition, so he already knew what he was getting himself into. But with the stranger, he took off my clothes, even took off the adult diapers, and still continued with the date. But I guess luckily with him, he had protection, because I remember with my stepdad, he didn't have any protection, and I just also felt that it is by the grace of God that I didn't fall pregnant. I also wasn't infected. And because I never really attended counseling, I mean, when I reported it at home, they didn't help me. I was too afraid to go to the police. No HIV, no child with my stepdad, but also even with this guy, it was just another yet tragic experience. And even after that, I didn't tell anyone for so long. He did what he did. And after that, I just got up, put on my clothes, and I went home, And if you ask about the guy I was supposed to meet with, when you were kids, maybe I ditched him. Or my friends, even the following day, they asked me, what happened to you? And I just gave excuses that, no, I just decided to leave, I wasn't feeling well. I am 29 years old now, and I would love to believe that I have healed, even though, unfortunately, it's part of my story, something that I continue to carry with me wherever I go. And I know that, at age 15, that happening to me, and I was still in the shoes where I had to look out or think of my younger sister, that if I go forward, I would basically be choosing that she also be faced with a similar horror. The guy never got convicted. I continue with my life today, and the best that I can do is actually hope that my story encourages somebody out there to just say that, yes, these things do happen, but you can continue with life. And I am a voice for people who have a similar condition as mine, that is incontinence and spina bifida. And I just hope my message empowers somebody today, a sister who's maybe going through the same thing. I just want to let you know that you can bounce back, and with communities like Sisterhood Talk with KaraboMahlodi, you can actually find yourself a community that can just listen to you and help you on your healing journey, perhaps. And this is it's an open conversation. I'm sharing this story with you because I want it to be an open chat. Share with us what have you experienced, or feel free to ask any other questions that you'd like to ask about my experience. Like I mentioned, also the condition, incontinence. Okay, that condition, what that basically means is that I do not have voluntary control over my urination, or the other side, when you go and do number 2. So everything just happens as it happens. And yet with that condition, I still got violated, sexually assaulted. So yeah, let's have a chat. The hashtag is hashtag Sisterhood Talk with KaraboMahlodi. Feel free to engage in any way, questions, your comments, share your story as well in the comment section below. And That's it from me for